I live at home, growing more and more familiar to the details of the wood on my desk. My walls were once walls, then they were family, now they are the limitations that I have grown accustomed to. No flies ever enter my room, I have no human friends. I'm the only living thing in this space. I get bored sometimes, but then I'll just get over it, because what the hell am I going to do? I'm not unhappy. Not at all. I'll have dreams in the long rolling mornings, where I have stresses, or outside factors to worry about, but here there is nothing to worry about. I don't see any reason to be unhappy. Happiness is just chemicals in the brain that make your body more of a pleasant experience. I love to create. I think it is what keeps me going. That and the daylight which keeps me on somewhat a schedule. I once created a place in my mind where there were rats feeding on wires in space. They would crawl on this gathering of wires all fashioned on one axis. As they crawled along, they would eat the remains of animals that looked nothing like them. These rats always traveled in one direction on this line and never went backwards, because there was no food behind them they haven't ate. As they crawled and fed, they mated and died, and their offspring carried on the traditions of eating and mating as they themselves traveled all in the wires. What these rats didn't know was that the line they traveled looped around upon itself, and the animals they fed on were actually their very distant ancestors. It was a gigantic halo in space. Their existence was pointless. I hoped by creating other lonely beings in my imagination, I would be less lonely. Because I'm in Sean's imagination. I also masturbate a lot.